Bull or bear? I'm rolling a 1855 $10 gold piece. Probably XF45 AU50 for you coin nerds out there. And she comes up a bear. Let's see what happens on Sunday night. Good afternoon, folks. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got a cam I haven't put up in a little while. This is the Deerfield Beach underwater cam. One of my favorites here on some clear days. You get to see some great fish, and of course, you all know I'm a fisherman as well as a surfer. The water sports guy. I like water sports. Love the ocean and streams and anything that has to do with water, of course. Love a lot of things, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about gold and silver prices, and let's get into that. Well, let's Friday's prices close, sub 2,500, sub $28 silver and platinum. The unloved red-headed stepchild of precious metals, as I like to say, is just kind of meandering in that 900 to 1,000 range, mostly 9 to 950. Palladium, I don't pay attention to it because we sell so little of it. My thoughts. Tough to say right now. We're seeing some pullback in gold. I think we should. It's just been marching up to that 25.50 level. We keep breaking new highs. Meanwhile, silver just the big laggard it's been for a long time, and it has nothing to do with silver being unwanted, unloved, unneeded, or any of those. In fact, the only reason you see silver at this price right now is strictly a paper deal, a paper phenomenon that happens in the Crimex markets. We all know. I don't need to repeat myself after 2 or 3 years of doing videos, how they do it, why they do it, and the criminality of it, really, to some degree. But here we are. It's still cheap, $28. It's sub $30 silver, and when you see silver go down, it doesn't mean that a bunch of stackers have capitulated, because really stackers, we're really just a drop in the bucket, to be quite frank with you, and silver users or owners out there. The real use of silver is in industry, and not just investment, but primarily industry. And that's where the problem lay right there, is that industry there's such a huge consumption of silver in such large amounts, and in the auto industry, for example. I mean, you're talking about what a half an ounce to an ounce and a half, depending on what type of cars, whether it's combustion car or whether it's an electric car. You've got the use of silver in photoelectronics, which is basically solar power. You've got I don't even know how much a panel uses. I believe I'm told like 20 grams per panel. It might be more than that. You've got battery technology, especially the new technologies come up by Samsung that's using even more silver in batteries. That seems to, and the battery technology is better because of silver. But what does this all mean for silver prices? Well, it means, folks, that for decades and decades, and yes, I'm doing my video right in front of my store here with all the traffic and the beautiful sights that walk by. But sorry about that. So the problem is that for years and years and years, and for decades, the silver price has been dictated by the paper derivatives market, or these big sleazy companies like JP, in my opinion, big sleazy companies like JP Morgan. Before that, it was Bear Stearns, I think it is, who JP acquired their silver position from. And why do I say JPM is a sleazy company is because they've been charged with spoofing precious metals markets. That we know they've done it. They're probably still continuing to do it. And here's the crazy thing is, well, it's that crazy thing is they're too big to fail and too big to jail. But besides that, here's a company that for years has been breaking laws in gold and silver markets. Yet the government still allows them to be in the gold and silver markets in a major way. All right, so that's why I call them sleazy. But the price has been made by these sleazy enterprises and these big bullion banks that are out there shorting these big, huge paper positions that aren't really backed by any silver at all. And again, we could go into that. You know all about that stuff. So what am I really saying? Silver is cheap, man. Silver is like dirt cheap. It's paper cheap. But the problem is once the dog stops, or the tail stops wagging the dog, and the tail being, again, the paper derivatives, that crooked paper derivatives market, once that market stops wagging the dog, and the dog being the physical markets, everything's going to change. And the problem is that there's just no dog left, man. There's going to be no dog left for the tail to wag. We have consumed so much silver. A vast majority of our silver through decades and decades and decades is in landfills, folks. Remember this, it's in landfills. It's not inside 55-gallon drums like we have in our store here where we send scrap off into. In fact, there's less scrap silver out there, less and less and less scrap every year in scrap silver. It is totally counterintuitive to that price you're seeing that I just highlighted, $28. Totally counterintuitive to a product that is used daily by everybody in the world. Everyone has silver. Most people don't even know it. They own silver, whether it's in their car, whether it's in their television set, whether it's in their telephone, all right? Everyone owns silver. And when you're at a landfill, next time you look at a landfill, think about how much silver is sitting in that landfill. Probably tens of thousands, if not more, ounces of silver sitting in landfills. Okay, that'll probably never be recovered until silver gets to a price where we have to re-get it from the landfills. But let me remind you how important silver is. It's the second most important metal or thing next to oil. We use it in everything, just like we use oil and plastics and everything. Which brings me to another point, my little conspiracy about silver and gold and the commodities and the Crimex market. I believe the Crimex market was created, decades and decades and decades ago to control the products that the United States needs to be wealthy. You got what I'm saying? Is that I believe that Crimex has kept gold or silver prices down, and I believe they kept the oil prices down. Now, I'm sure a lot of that's for profit, because if a government wants you to keep a price down on something, they've got to make it profitable for the players to do that. So let them, spoof markets. Let them be the crooks they are. As long as you keep products down or keep the resources you need down really super cheap. Because, again, higher silver prices, higher oil prices do not help consumers, especially in the United States, where we're such a consumer-based society, all right? Not the rest of the countries out there, not as consumer-based as we are, but we're a consumer-based society. We measure our wealth in our consumerism, okay, for the most part. And how do you create consumerism? By having cheap products. And how do you have cheap products? Well, cheap oil, cheap silver would be two big things, especially in those two items that are used more than anywhere else. This is why I believe that, now I can't speak for the oil market, totally outside my wheelhouse, but I feel it's probably on a larger scale like the silver market, kept purposely low as a strategic weapon kind of to keep the United States strong. Does that make sense to anyone, or did I just go off on some kind of conspiratorial rabbit hole? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And oops, sorry, I should give you something to look at without getting you dizzy. Moving up and down. Let's take a look at markets this week. Dow Jones. I haven't really pulled up markets very often just because, again, not my wheelhouse to talk about the Dow or NASDAQ or even Bitcoin, which confuses the living hell out of me right now. Well, let me talk about Bitcoin for a moment. I don't get it. In the past, I've been pretty harsh on Bitcoin, because it was trying to be sold to us as money. And I don't believe it's money. I don't think it could ever be money. But I think the Bitcoin folks that were really rabid about it being money have kind of backed off on that. And they look at it more as an asset, which I can kind of see as an asset, I guess. And also I can see it as an asset, I guess. I'm still having a tough time with it, but here's what bothers me is you would think, but again, it's counterintuitive, like gold and silver. You would think gold and silver would be through the roof right now, especially when everything's in the red. But I feel the same thing with Bitcoin. You would think it'd be through the roof, but it's actually done quite the opposite. It's pretty much hemorrhaged down from that 65,000 point. I need to do a good interview with someone out there. Any recommendations you guys have that I could have a good civil discussion and they could teach me some things about Bitcoin, and would be a fun video to watch. Let me know. Maybe I can do some kind of interview or back and forth thing with it. Let me know what you're in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But across the board, everything across the board just in the red. What's not in the red? I'm just kind of curious. Wow, natural gas is not, all right. Not that I know there. That's kind of eerie and strange. I don't think there's many times where I've seen this when I've actually looked at, and again, not in my wheelhouse, futures, commodities other than silver and gold and Bitcoin, but man, some odd shit going on out there, that's for sure. All right, let me stick with something I really know well, what are the best deals out there, my friends, on gold and silver and platinum. All right. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum and you live in South Florida, I am the man to come see at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. If you notice, we get to the end of our videos. I usually flash my store up there with the address and all that other good stuff, even post some of the videos there. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum, I'll beat Atmex, SD, JM Bullion. I'll beat the big 800-pound gorillas out there, and I'll also beat some of the other guys as well. Not to mention, I'll beat the good guys out there, all right? Been around for a while. Who do you want to beat in life? You know, who if you're gonna want to be really good at what you do and you want to sell a lot of stuff and you want to be successful, who do you want to model or beat? Not model, but who do you want to beat? You want to beat the good guys, and I will. And so if you live in South Florida, I'm the guy to come see. We have a brick and mortar that's open 10 to 4. Bear with me, folks. This is my advertising. And we do not have a website, a traditional website. We can order stuff like SD, Atmex, and JM. So my suggestion is, because again, I can do large deals with you guys out there. For any of you guys out there looking to do, larger gold deals, 10 ounces or more, or silver deals in that 500 ounce plus mark, I can help you. We can do it the old traditional methods, which are easy and safe, and I've been doing for years. But if you're looking to buy smaller quantities and you don't live in South Florida, my suggestion, as always, is find a good local dealer before you buy from someone online. Try to find a guy like me. I'm sure they exist somewhere within an hour drive of you, hopefully. That's the way to go with that. But again, if you're looking to buy large deals, you live anywhere in the country, especially out in the middle of bum something nowhere, I can help you there. And again, I'll beat the big boys out there too. Oh, I didn't give you prices on anything before I moved on to the next thing. And let's just go over a couple things on silver 1 ounce rounds. On larger quantities, I'm going to say 100 ounces or more, you shouldn't be paying more than $1.69 over spot on 1 ounce silvers, in my opinion. If your local dealer is charging a little bit more than that and you like him and he's local, and again, I always recommend keeping the money local if you can, do that. 1 ounce silver eagles, which I do not recommend my people to buy. In good conscience, I can't tell you guys to buy a coin or a metal for $4.29 over spot. If you're looking to buy over 100 ounces of silver eagles, we've got them for like spot plus $4.29, but I'm going to try to talk you out of them. Maple leaf's a little more reasonable, but still nowhere close to that $1.69 over like 1 ounce silver rounds are. 1 ounce maples are $2.54 over. I've got some overstock silver here for delivery only, no shipping or anything, at 99 cents over. You'd have to come in to see that. That's, overstock can be anything. 90% silver, constitutional silver, you should not be paying over $1.95 over spot for that. Again, for $500 more in face value. Again, folks, these are my quantity prices, and if you're looking for large quantities, I can even do cheaper than that. I'm just trying to give you a guideline. 100 ounce bars, try not to pay more than $1.60 over if you're buying 5 to 20 of them. And silver kilos, try not to pay more than $1.35 if you're buying more than 5 of them. Over 20, again, call me. Gold eagles, don't pay more than $95 over if you're buying more than 20 plus more than gold eagles. If you're buying 1 to 10 gold eagles, don't pay more than 105. Gold buffaloes, if you're buying more than 20 of them, you shouldn't be paying more than $95 over. If you're buying 1 to 10, you shouldn't be paying any more than 130. That might be an error on my part, but it seems like buffaloes are a little bit higher right now. On gold Krugerrands, if you're buying 20 or more, $45 over, you shouldn't be paying more than that. If you're buying 1 to 10, 80. I know that's a big spread, but quantity always gets a better price, folks. And we're very competitive. I don't pull these prices out of my ass. I go out there and I look and see who's cheap out there, out of the big, reliable guys, and I'll beat their numbers. 1 ounce maples, gold maple leaves, again, $60 over for 20 or more. 1 to 9 pieces, $95 over. And those are your common traded products. There we go. Just wanted to help you out with that. And let's move into politics, you know me. By the way, I got to check the clock up here. I'm supposed to meet some people at the gun range at 11:30. I don't think I'm going to make it on time, but hey, they'll have fun without me. Let's see here. What's going on out in the big world in politics? Why do I like politics, talking about it? Because, theoretically, the worse the world gets, not theoretically, it seems factual, that the worse everything gets around us, the better gold does. All right, and again, silver will follow gold, especially when they find out they don't have any more. Bolsonaro, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I kind of follow that. Hey, listen, no matter where you are in the world, you want to be able to speak your mind, speak your piece. You know what I'm saying? That's every person in the world wants to do that, whether they're right or wrong. funneling, keeping stuff down inside you, not being able to say things, stifles people, and that stifling people is not good. It causes riots. It causes all kinds of, it causes distrust in governments. Let people, no matter how hateful or nasty they may be, let them spew their bullshit, all right? Who cares? If they're wrong, we're all going to know it. But meanwhile, governments worldwide, especially Kamala, seems to think that this is a good thing right here, which is, man, economy has never been more polarized. Interesting. Key recession indicator gives folks, man, we've been in a recession. Are we in a depression? No, not yet. A recession, I'm told, is when your neighbor's out of work. A depression is when you're out of work. That's what I've heard the key differences are. Let's see, Heavy Michigan, a lot, yeah. Anyways, this woman, hopefully, not because this person, I should say, just to be kind. That was a wrong way to start this. I have respect for I have respect for all the sexes, I guess you could say. Hey, do what you want, be what you want to be. You go. Yeah, this person cannot win, should not win. Interesting enough, there's Andy talking about the tax policy on that, which I'm sure he's right about. But you don't even need to talk about the tax policy of this person. If you have half a freaking brain out there, you already know the tax policy. You already know what's going on. But no less, I guess we got to talk about this stuff. And Andy's doing that, I believe. 10 worst states to retire in. You're tempting me to click that. I don't think Florida's on there, though. I would bet you, I don't know, I better not bet anything. I bet you the blue states up in the Northeast are probably the worst to retire in. The peculiar between, all right, not much here to talk about. Gonna see silver. Oh, hey, here we go, folks. Let's talk about this real quick. Good article on Zero Hedge. Silver demand continues to surge, driven by technology. So what we were just talking about, solar power and AI, all right? AI, I think AI is way overrated. It's just a glorified search engine, in my opinion. But silver supply, demand, and gap. Here, and this actually comes from the World Silver Survey and probably from the Silver Institute, I believe. Oh, sources, Sprott, might be good then. Tough to say, but I don't know where Sprott gets their resources from, but I find most of these, like the Silver Institute, are wrong on their numbers. But even when they're wrong on their numbers, Silver Institute themselves, which is not this graph, I believe, is showing a deficit coming into the year. So if they're showing a deficit, it's probably a lot worse than they're really, what they're showing us. And this chart is showing us a deficit. Let me see if I can make that smaller. Yeah, some degree I can probably do that. Silver is essential in new technologies. And by the way, you can see this on Zero Hedge right now. What's the name of the article? We'll look at it in a minute. Renewables expected to generate more electricity than coal. Very interesting here. Silver solar demand. Yeah, I got that right. 20 grams of silver in a, I guess that's common knowledge out there, but 20 grams of silver in a solar panel there. I think I said that earlier. Silver nanoparticles. Here's the things that I was talking about a little bit. People don't realize nanoparticles used in wearable patches and also used in the medical industry, medical masks. Because silver is also antibacticide. I don't know if many people know that. Germs will not grow on silver. The average cell phone contains, I didn't know that either, 0.34 grams of silver. Vehicles 25 to 50, about what I said. Semiconductors, sensors, LiDAR technology, AI demand. What they don't have here, it's used in weapons too. It's used in submarines and missiles. Not submarines. Submarines use a lot of gold because it's anti-corrosive effects more than silver. But silver is used in a lot of these missiles that are blown up. Again, landfills, or the missiles that turn towns and cities, should be a crime, into landfills. Silver's conductivity is crucial for AI's high demands. Silver supplied by source. 70% of silver is mined as a byproduct of copper, and we've known that. I've known that for years. So a lot of silver mines are not profitable at this current $30 an ounce. Think about it. The cost of everything has gone up dramatically, including the cost of mining silver, mining gold, and all this stuff. Gold's kind of gone up enough to make that worthwhile, but silver, no. Silver has not caught up with the cost of mining and the cost of anything, the cost of living even, to some degree. Wow, what a really good kind of graph to look at. Top primary silver deposits, let's see, Santa Ana projects. Anyway, Dolly, interesting thing. I recommend you guys look at this. I'm going to look at it a little bit more after I'm done with this video. Actually, no, I got to be at the range here shortly. So let's take a look at what else we got here. Just reminded me, I got to be at the range in 15 minutes. Iris, and it's about a 15-minute drive. I'm going to tell the guys I'm going to be late. in effect. Let's see what else is. Boy, that's a shame. It's funny. He's not running in many states, but they're keeping him on the ballot. And what does that got to do with the price of gold and silver? Well, when corruption overtakes your governments, which I believe it has a long time ago, actually, but slowly and slowly, and it's so in your face now that they don't even care about being corrupt. Good time to own gold and silver, folks. And let me see. All right, let's get out of here because I do know I have places to go. Man, I am having a great time on X. A few of you out there have been signing up for X or looking at your accounts. I got to tell you, folks, it's better than FB. It's better than Fox Zuck's site, Facebook. And it's better than the current, probably, channel that you're watching me on right now as far as the censorship issues go. I keep saying on X, man, if X would only have a good video platform because they're not a censorship site, man, they would take over. They would take over the alphabet's video dominance out there. They definitely would. I mean, think about all the gun guys that would jump over immediately, or start doing more videos. But the video platform is just not here yet. I can't wait till it is. I am posting my videos out here though. Some things I talked about, and you can talk about with me if you sign up on X and find me here at Brian Kuzmar. And there's my store, by the way, here at building. There's the building. There's my hair salon. No one kidding. I ran this out here today. As you know, I am somewhat political about people, and again, no comments on that one. But you're welcome to come in and comment. I'd love to see you guys out there. I talked about this is an interesting comment I made. Someone thinks that there's other countries. Actually, VBL Vince. I like this guy a lot, and I like Eric Jung a lot. And Eric believes that the BRICS is going to change everything, and I believe it is changing everything to some degree. But if anyone thinks, and I kind of wanted to remind some people out there, if anyone thinks that the CCP or the Russians or the Brazilians would do a better job than our political hacks here in the U.S., think again. They will really screw it up as well. That's what big governments do, all right? No matter who they are. In my opinion, just like the world's currency in the race to the glue factory, it'll be the same thing with political regimes, race to the glue factory. I believe all great political regimes, the Roman Empire, you name them, kings and queens and regimes all fail, especially when they get larger and oppressive. And when you get larger, you just become oppressive. You start to sit on your people instead of sitting with them. Will the CCP win by being the last source of glue factory? Given the size, lack of people's constitution, centralized power, greed and corruption, it's doubtful in my opinion. And again, look where the Communist Party starts from. You know what I'm saying? Not good. I mean, am I saying my country's any better right now? I love my country's constitution. I think it's great if we live by it. I love the way it's supposed to work. If it was the states ruling and the central government, our central government was less powerful, I believe large centralized governments are extremely dangerous, and that's what the United States is in right now. It's no longer states' rights, states' power. It's turned into a centralized government, and that's been the problem with the CCP all along. All right, let me not digress. The real winners will be countries that run a legit style democratic republic, strict term limits, following the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. By the way, folks, I am going to move out of here because I could go on. I really love this platform right here. You can catch me at Brian Kuzmar. If you have never been on X, it is not the same Twitter bullshit it was. You pretty much can say what you want as long as you're not going to harm people and be nasty and stuff like that. I'd like to thank everybody that watched last week's video, China's Secret War Strategy to Get Our Silver. Not quite what it seems, but I advise you to watch it if you didn't. And let me just kind of give a kudos. I'm going to blow this up. I can't answer all these questions, but thank you guys today. And remember, I am late. I got 14 minutes to get to range. Silver's not going higher. Who said that? The Federal Reserve won't let it happen. Have some faith, brother. Mark, what's up, man? Nice to see you out on X, one of the guys that I'm seeing on the X as well. And George, if voting was important matter, they wouldn't allow you to do it. That's true. Silverliner, I want to see you on X too. I'm not sure if you're on there, but it is a nice platform. Catch me out there. All you regulars, Hager the Holder, love to chat more with you, and I will if you can catch me on X. It's harder to do here because the videos kind of cycle. But anyways, folks, thanks for watching. As you know, think for yourself, question authority. And question yourself, number one, because if you don't have it right, it's hard for you to tell other people they don't have it right. And the best thing you can do is question yourself, and then you can question authority. Question others, But especially questioning authority, you should do that all the time. All right, I'm long-winded. Thanks, folks. If you're looking to buy gold and silver and platinum, give us a call at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We'll beat the big boys out there, as you know. And if you're looking to buy large quantities, over 10 ounces of gold and over 500 ounces of silver, give us a call. If you don't have a good local dealer, we can beat the big guys online and the other guys that do the stuff as well. That's it. I got to run, man. Talk to you later. Have a wonderful Sunday, and let's see what happens tonight and tomorrow in the opening markets. Bye now.